On this week's Jack Swarbrick Show, senior women's soccer captain Elizabeth Tucker joins the program as the Irish prepare to host Iowa in the NCAAs.
Jack Collinsworth out here with Elizabeth Tucker, senior on the Notre Dame girls soccer team. Elizabeth, thanks for hanging out with us. So now you are one of 3 seniors this year that played on the 2010 national championship team. What is it you remember about that season, and what are you able to bring into this year?
I think what I remember most is that we actually didn't have a perfect season the whole year. We actually did very well early on, but we hit some pretty big bumps at the very end of the regular season and in the Big East tournament. So I think this year going into the NCAAs, that kind of gives me confidence knowing that even though we had some tough losses at the end of the year, we're still very much capable of winning the whole thing.
And since that national championship, there's been some ups and downs for the Notre Dame girls soccer team. What is it you and your fellow upperclassmen are doing to really maintain that focus?
I think we actually were talking about it last night at dinner, how especially sophomore year was very difficult for us after such a great freshman year. But we're all so happy we stuck with it, and I think that we just really have worked on creating a great team atmosphere, and every single girl on this team has every other girl on the team's back. And so I think going into the postseason, we're really just trying to keep that focus that it's about the team. And at this point, individual playing time isn't really paramount. It's more getting the result on the field. And so practices the past couple weeks have been awesome because from top to bottom, the intensity's been great.
That's perfect. And then you have, this is the first year you've been playing defense. What's that change been like for you?
It's been kind of fun, actually. I've played midfield since I was about 12 years old, so it's kind of an interesting experience to have to learn a new position all over again, but it definitely gives me a whole new appreciation for what my back line has done for me the past 3 years. There's just a lot more pressure. There's really no margin for error. If you screw up, there's a pretty good chance they're going to score. But it's also kind of been fun to play defense having played midfield because as a former midfielder, I kind of know what passes the midfielders are looking for, what runs they're trying to make.
And this is your second season now being a captain. It's been some interesting bumps in the road along the way. 6 out of 7 times you guys have lost, it's been by 1 goal. And then you guys also have 4 losses in double overtime. As a captain, how do you just keep everybody on track and keep everybody, keep everybody positive in the locker room?
I think it's just knowing that reacting in a certain way is really going to do no good. So, for instance, we had a really, really upsetting loss in the Duke game. We'd been playing so well and just had kind of a fluky goal go in. And at the end of the day, you just got to realize that the mistakes that were made by key players you really need. And so while you never want to lose a game, the NCAAs are what matters. So we've really just tried to focus on learning from them, keeping those players who made mistakes engaged and moving forward. And I have to say that our coaches have been great about it. Every single game we've lost, they've obviously emphasized what we've done wrong that resulted in the loss, but they've also kept a very positive attitude and really recognized the good things that we've done, because unfortunately those games we did lose, we played very well, and it couldn't have been attributed to really a lack of effort. It was more a lack of focus.
Listen, it's been a tough schedule too for anybody that doesn't know it. You guys switched from the Big East to the ACC this season. How tough has that change been?
It's been pretty tough. I was and remain very excited that we're in the ACC because it's just incredible competition, and I think that we're very prepared for the NCAAs because of the regular season we played. But it's been very challenging because we play on Thursday evenings now instead of Fridays. So we've had to travel Wednesday through Sunday for quite a few weeks, which makes staying on top of your classes a little difficult, but it also is just quite long trips. And so just physically adjusting to that has been kind of a challenge for us. But like I said, we're dealing with it. We're sticking together as a team, and I think it's only going to benefit us in the NCAAs.
And now Coach Waldron has said that this is the most prepared and ready for an NCAA tournament of any of his teams. That includes the 2004 National Championship team and the 2010 National Championship team. So I ask you, what do you think?
I'd probably agree. I think that, among other things, we've made every mistake in the book so far in terms of losing games at the very end. So I think we've learned from our mistakes, and that will definitely prepare us. But I think just the competition of almost every single game we've played in is definitely equivalent to what we'll see in the NCAAs. And I don't know if I can say that we've had consistently that kind of competition in past years.
How's your relationship with Coach Waldron?
It's good. It's definitely changed since coming in as a freshman, not really knowing him too well, being pretty intimidated, and now after being a captain for 2 years, felt pretty comfortable talking with him about everything, and just kind of have a much better understanding of what he's looking for, what his expectations are.
How about when you were a younger player on Notre Dame's team? Was there anybody that you really looked up to growing up, and what did you take away from them?
I think my freshman year, Lauren Folks was one of our captains, and she just kind of set the bar so high in terms of really everything she did. She was an incredible player on the field. I mean, numerous accolades. She was a great leader. She just really spoke up, was very confident, but was never a dictator, kind of told people what to do without doing it herself. And then she was also just a great student and a great person. So I really admired her and have tried to kind of emulate her in a lot of ways.
You guys still able to keep in touch?
Yeah, we text every now and then. She's busy going to school, but yeah, we keep in touch every now and then.
And you're a 4.0 student, accounting major. Tell me how you do it, and I'm going to get my pencil out and take notes.
A little bit of luck and a lot of hard work. So when we're on the road, we have quite a bit of time to study, so what else am I going to do?
Yeah. And how's the business school been anyway? Do you like the business side of things?
Yes, I'm incredibly happy that I majored in accounting and studied in the business school. More than anything, every professor I've had has been phenomenal and just so accommodating and so understanding of the need to travel and just all the other commitments of playing soccer.
As your college career winds down, your time here at Notre Dame starts to run out, what is it that you're going to miss most about being here at Notre Dame?
As cliched as it is, it's the people, but I mean, that's both the girls on my team, both my former teammates and my current teammates. I mean, it's just a really neat experience to get to spend so much time on the road and practice with those girls, and so I'll really miss that, and I'll definitely continue to watch the games even if I'm not playing, but also just a bunch of the friends I have in my dorm and around campus. I think that's the incredible thing about Notre Dame is you can be more than just an athlete, and I've just gotten to know so many really great people here.
Awesome. All right, well, Elizabeth, thank you so much for being with us.